Oh boy, I think it's around 8:30 in the morning in Georgia where Diana Trask is. Hi from Australia, Diana.
Hello, you guys. How are you? Yes, it's morning time. Oh, my gosh. 8:30 something.
Okay. You're on your way back to Australia. That's great news, and you're doing shows in Melbourne in September and October.
How about that after all this time, huh?
Have you been doing something? Have you been doing something similar in America lately?
Well, I have been doing a lot of writing, and I just did a local show here, mostly benefit-type stuff, you know, and I do an occasional show, but I'm not on the road like I used to be 300 days a year, that's for sure. No way.
Hey.
And, of course, I lead my choir. I have a choir that I work here with.
Yeah, and you're very much into herbal medicine, too, aren't you?
Yes, I love the natural medicine. It's been extremely important in my life, and if we could ever get Phil stop smoking, it'd be wonderful.
Hey, how come I didn't get a Christmas card from my secret admirer this year?
Oh, darling, listen, I was traveling. I did think of you, though, and I received your cards and letters, and you know, you're my secret love for years. You know that.
I know that. We've known each other for, it seems, forever.
My God, darling, how long? Well, we won't go into it. But
no, not well.
A long time.
I think the first time I was aware of Diana Trask was 1958. But would you ever come back home to live permanently?
I've thought about it, you know, many, many times, and, you know, Australians have this habit of returning home.
Yeah.
So, who knows? I can't definitely say, because I'm very busy here, and my life is very full, but, you know, I always yearn, and so this is a wonderful chance for me to get home and get my Australian fix, you know. I need my Vegemite and my Wellington, you know, every now and then.
Yeah, and a Pavlova. Diana, it's...
Oh, yeah, mate. All right. By the way, I cooked that around here in Georgia, and they think they've all died and gone to heaven.
Yeah.
Just bring that Australian dessert you do.
Yeah.
How fabulous. Diana, it's Simon here. We haven't had the pleasure of meeting before, but it's an honour to speak to you. I have to ask, when you're young, Melbourne born, how does it come to be that Diana Trask heads overseas and becomes internationally famous as you did?
I don't know, you know, I've thought about that a lot. I think I had some family problems as a child, and I go back to my valley, you know, in Warburton, and I think to myself, my God, why in heaven's name did you ever leave this magnificent place? But I think, you know, like most teenagers, you get a little bit of angst, and you just go out into the world, and I guess that drive, you know, that thing, well, I'm going to just show you, you know, that kind of thing, got me up to Sydney, and then I fell into the Sinatra show, and then fell into international, you know, fame, and then I came to New York giving it a fly, and, you know, it was just very fortunate. I met Mitch Miller, and from then on it just went on and on, so... just taking it wherever it's taken me, you know, gone. When I first got to America, people thought I was from Austria, you know.
Oh, yes, I would.
They used to say, oh, my, you know, you really do speak English very well. I would hold my tongue and say, well, pity you don't, but oh, no, I didn't say that.
Now, one of the best biographies I've read in years was your own book, Whatever Happened to Diana Trask, still on sale around Melbourne, and everyone who reads it says, I didn't ever want it to finish.
Really? Isn't that fantastic? Yeah, I just did that when my husband was very ill and, in fact, dying, and I had a lot of time I had to be with him. And I would check facts with him, but, you know, I also had Allison who helped me put a timeline together. It's funny how the memory plays tricks with you.
Yes.
My God, you know. So I would check with her, and we would sit on the phone for hours, Alison Campbell-Reid, and she would help me put it together. But basically, it's all my words, because she would say, okay, what color dress were you wearing, and what was this and that, and I would go back and rewrite it.
Yeah, well, you know, I admire you for your honesty in the book. It really is a good read, Whatever Happened to Diana Trask, and it's available from Rainy Day Books with one of your CDs as well. Tell me about Daughter of Australia. This is new to me.
Okay, this is, you know, as I mentioned, I've been writing some shows and a lot of music recently for myself and for others. But this really comes from irritation. Isn't it amazing how life affects you and you end up writing out of aggravation? But this was a disc jockey in Sydney who used to say to me all the time when I came back, well, you know, you were born in Australia, but you've gone overseas and you're not here. You know, you don't live here. You can't really call yourself Australian. And he'd do it every time to me, and I would just get so aggravated because I believe I am Australian. I was born there. My God, my family is there. I'm Australian.
Of course.
And so I got mad about it this day, and I went home and I wrote The Daughter of Australia just to show you exactly how I feel about Australia.
Is that song available already on CD?
Yes, it's just coming out. We're just having them printed. I think you might have got a forward copy, but I'm thinking the 15th of August is the release date.
Okay, well, it was
on our website.
Yeah, your cousin Kevin Trask kindly put us in touch with you and also told us about the song. We'll finish off our chat with that, but let's talk about your show dates in Victoria. Warburton Arts Centre on the 15th of September at 2 p.m. And then you're doing a show.
That's going to be. Sorry.
That'll be Old Home Week.
That's going to be a trip down. I'm sorry, I'm speaking on top of you. That's going to be a trip down memory lane because that's the movie theatre I used to hold hands with my first boyfriend in.
I reckon if they're half smart there in Warburton where you were born and raised, they should have a statue erected for you for that homecoming.
Oh my God, that'd be something.
So that really will be homecoming week. Warburton Arts Centre, the afternoon of September 15th. Then you'll be at the Whitehorse Centre, Nunawading, on September the 29th, and then the Frankston Arts Centre on Wednesday, October 16.
Yeah, and all those will be afternoon shows, so you can come along. We'll all have a good time, believe me.
Oh, it's going to be
I
great.
love to be out in front of the people. Oh, listen, it's just so much. It's such a wonderful thing for me. I should be paying people to come because it's just... It's really a great thing for me. I really enjoy audiences. We had a great show down here in Georgia recently. We had 4 standing ovations during the show. It was fabulous.
How wonderful. Diana, do you talk between the songs and share some wonderful stories? Because you would have so many stories about so many people you've worked with over the years.
Yes, I could really talk the whole show through, really. But I do tell a few stories. Yeah, when in trouble, talk, I would say.
Well, count on us. We'll promote the shows again closer to you appearing on stage. And when are you coming back? What date do you arrive in Australia?
Yeah, I'm heading out of San Francisco on December the 7th, which will, well, actually the 5th, which is the 7th. I'll arrive, not December, did I say December?
Yeah.
No, I mean September.
Yeah.
September. I'll be there September 7th, so I'll be around for about a week before we start.
Oh, good.
And you can check everything out on DianaTrask.com. We should have all our information. There might be some more shows coming up as well.
Okay, lovely talking with you. Can't wait to see you and have a hug.
Oh, good. I'd love that, guys. Can I come by and see you in your ivory tower there? Where you
we'll do that.
Locked doors and everything?
Count on that. We'll do that again. Diana Trask in Georgia, coming back to Australia. The good news is she's doing concerts at Warburton, Nunawading and Frankston in September and October.
The song is Daughter of Australia. That was Diana Trask, the lovely, the great, the legendary Diana Trask, who is going to give Phil a hug when she comes back to Melbourne. That show at Warburton would be fantastic. Her home place, that's where she grew up, and as she said, held hands in the cinema there, and she's going to, the theatre there, and she's going to perform there again. That would be certainly one to go and see. 15th of September at 2 p.m, and as mentioned, DianaTrask.com if you want details of the other appearances when she's here in Melbourne. Melbourne. How's that for slurring my words? It is 13 to 11.